Thank you so much for your invitation to this conference. As you can see on the blackboard, we are going to develop the basketball as a tool for personal development and continuous sport participation in young people. Well, so now we are going to be see one idea of Real Madrid Foundation. So our philosophy is really important to understand that for us, our main purpose is to transmit values through sport in football and also in basketball. We have a lot of projects around the world, and our main focus is to transmit education values through sports. On the other way is to try to contribute to the inclusion of people with several problems or kids in risk. And also we have our own methodology, which is based in the project for a real education's values and sport. In this project we are going to see several didactic materials that we are going to use, and also complementing this project, our third objective is to transmit the social media power of the sport for this kind of people trying to develop values on sport, both in the same way. So now we're going to see a video.
Deportiva en Rusia.
Nuestra escuela de Wellington, en Australia.
Estoy en Indonesia.
Estamos en Sao Tomé y Príncipe.
Aquí en Honduras.
En Cabo Verde.
La escuela de Silla del Amazo, escuela de Barajas.
Aquí en el barrio de Hortaleza.
La escuela
de San Fernando.
So this is the video. This is all the projects that we have around the world. As you could see, we have projects national, also international, for the main sports in the club, which are football and also basketball. As you could see, also we are into the inclusive sport, and we try to use the neuroscience, psychology, emotional, social and familiar into all the projects that we have around the world. So our didactic materials, or the materials that we are using, are created by our own training area. In this training area we have our top guides for our three key elements, which are kids, teachers, and of course families. So these three key elements, we would create this material. So all these materials are registered in the intellectual property register. The first one, it was an initiation into basketball. The second one, it was coaching football training values. And also last year we started with a new project, which is inclusive football and basketball for this kind of people. Yeah. So also we have several materials which are related with the competition, where you could find all the didactic things that we are developing in our projects, so in an educative way, because the competition is really important, but we try to develop it in an educational way. So as you could see, also we have another complement or materials, complement materials for our coaches, which are the DVD. As you can see here is the scoring values. Also we have our projects in hospital, so we have our own materials in all these things. Also there are some books which are related with the kids. We use them in our projects in order to promote the values with all the kids through football and also basketball. As you could see, for example, you have over there basket values start, which is one project where you can find several activities. For example, this is a comic, a crossword. So there are several activities where our kids can develop all their activities during the sport and also at home. And of course we have one part which is for families. We have the book which is called the Master Starts at Home. This is a book where our families can find our objectives in order to understand and to promote also at home all the things that we are developing in our trainings. Well, so when we are talking about the methodology, when we talk about that, for us it's really important to understand that the methodology that we are using is the comprehensive methodology. This comprehensive methodology is not based just to develop the brain, it's also to develop the physical part, brain, and trying to combine it in one way. So that's why we are in this kind of methodology, because also it's really important for us to understand that we understand the game, or football and basketball, we understand it as a game in a way of trying to develop the several parts which are made up of the sport, or in this case basketball. So we try to train several activities from the game, and after that we try to improve all the technique, all the specific movements, but we do it everything combined. We are not in a traditional methodology, so we are in a comprehensive methodology, because for our project we think it's really good. Yeah. When we talk, for example, about the training principles, our main training principles that we are more focused on, the first thing is playful. So all our tasks and drills should be playful and recreational for our kids, because we started from the motivation of the kids, and after we try to develop all these things. The second one is to maximize the participation. So the participation for us is really important. Imagine that you have 10 kids on the court. So for us, it's really important to practice at the same time. So these 10 kids should practice on the same time. So number 3 is the competition. When we talk about the competition, we talk about educative competition. So as you could see on the book, we have one book who sum up all these didactic things related to competition. Of course, number 4 and number 5, which is success and also challenge. So all the tasks and all the drills that our coaches prepare should be challenging for our kids. So all the tasks usually have several levels in order to adapt ourselves to the needs of the kids. So that's why these two things are really important. When we talk, for example, about the different objectives or integrate objectives, this is the number 6. For us, it's really important to include one value and also one tactical technical content in the same task. So with this strategy, we try to include the value on the practice. When we talk about number 7, which is the perception, decision, execution, or performance, it's really important to understand that all the tasks that we design should have these 3 things. If there is any task where there's not, for example, perception, when we talk about perceptions, we talk about the game. It means if in this case, for example, basketball is a sport where the kids should collaborate, and also that should be in a opposition. This opposition should be present in all the tasks, because this is going to improve the perception of the kids. So if they improve their perceptions, of course they will improve their decision and the performance. No matter if they are wrong or they are right, no matter about that. The idea is not about that. The idea is another thing, is to try to do things better every time. So number 8, which is adapted to the real game, it means that all the drills should have relation with the game. If there is any movement, so for example, if we want to teach one specific movement and we are doing in a way repeatedly, we are not in our methodology, we're in another thing. Yeah. When we talk about the numerical superiority, as you probably know, with the numerical superiority, we'll be able to develop better all the strategies, and also the kids will be able to practice and increase the number of times doing this tactical technical content or even a value. And at the end, we have the number 10, which is related to the positive feedback, and this is really important. We use positive feedback, but also we use reflection questions, because for us it's really important that the kids think and evaluate themselves when they are practicing. Well, so this is more or less to sum up all the main advantages of comprehensive methodology, and the ones that we use in our projects. So as you can see here, if we want to promote the values through the reflection, is really good, because it helps to develop in that way the reflection and also the importance of the values through the practice. Of course, the active participations, they have a really good active participations, because they are constantly making decisions while they are practicing, or also during the games, adding rules or making decisions, whatever. The number 3, or another one, is competitive and motivation, because we introduce the competition and the motivation in the same way. Most of the things that our coaches prepare are in relation with the motivation of the kids. Of course, is motivant, because the kids have the opportunity to introduce their ideas into the games, also adding rules and all these kind of strategies. Well, so now this year we have started with a new project which is called Sports Values Academy. Sports Values Academy, it's one project, one training project. In this project we have several courses, which is the first one is related to values and sport. The second one is about inclusive sports. In these two we have 8 programs. It's more or less approximately 2 days per week. Is everything in an online version. In this online version, you will be able to share and to know more things related to our methodology and also the way that we do things. Of course, we have our psychology workshops of psychology, specifically workshop for social development, also familiar development and emotional development. These ones are very basic and are really good ones because just in one day, and also if you want you can get more, but it's really important to understand how can we integrate or how can we manage our emotions, you know? In a social context or in a familiar context. And at the end we have the Congress, which is going to take place 11 to 13 December. In this Congress, everyone is welcome to participate with us. So if you want to know more information about, please click on the link and you will be able to get in our page in order to get indeed about all the contests that we have seen. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and we are open to all the questions that you have. Thank you so much.